In this video, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch Pro. The console is happening and it's going to be releasing this year. Let's talk about it. So far, the release of the Nintendo Switch has been a major success since its release back in March of 2017, and now we can start to look forward to the future of what Nintendo will be bringing us. Recently, there's been leaks that have been happening and information has been coming out about what we should be expecting for the Nintendo Switch Pro console. And as we know, Nintendo is no stranger to updating and iterating its hardware. The company has been refreshing its consoles to maintain interest over the last 30 years. And because we already know this, the fact that new models of the Switch are reported to be in production, it's no surprise at all. So far, the only variant we've gotten to see is the light version of the Nintendo Switch, but currently there's a lot of rumors and speculation floated around right now, and that is what we'll be talking about in today's video. Now, the Nintendo president has explicitly stated that Nintendo has no plans to introduce a new model of the Switch anytime soon, but it is rumored that they're ready to move in production of the next generation of the Switch. Now, these rumors obviously come from some of the functionality which is found on the Switch Lite. Specifically, last summer, a silent update rolled out for the standard Switch hardware, which supposedly uses the same Tegra X1 chip, which is found on the Switch Lite. This is what led to us finding more information about on the Switch Lite. With the Nintendo Switch Lite being a shrunken down version that has better energy and power efficiency, this Tegra X1 chip has the potential to be pushed even harder for the future models of the Switch that will go into production. But if I were to guess, they're going to be using the most updated version of the NVIDIA Tegra chip. Now, it goes without saying, most of the information that we know about this Tegra X1 chip that is in the Nintendo Switch Lite, likely the only update that we got for the Tegra X1 chip in the Nintendo Switch Lite is to remove the actual exploit that made it easier for homebrew to happen on the Tegra chip that currently resides in Nintendo Switch models that haven't been updated. So hopefully, if we get a Nintendo Switch Pro, it's utilizing a brand new version of the Tegra chip, probably the X2 or even the 1X Plus, but likely it'll be using the Tegra 2 chip, so it can run full 1080p upscaled with DLSS on a 4K display. Currently, right now on the Nintendo Switch, we're not able to play it on 4K. It just upscales the image rather than, upscaling the pixel count. But the new Tegra processor should be able to utilize the technology, the deep learning super sampling that NVIDIA is known for, which could make current games on the Nintendo Switch even better on the Nintendo Switch Pro because they'll be upscaled in resolution through the DLSS. Basically, what it does is it makes it so you can have a lower pixel count and upscale it to look better on a display that's bigger, or even, super sample it so that the image quality appears better, but the pixel count that it's actually outputting is not as much. Now, if you guys remember back in January 2020, the rumor appeared which suggested that Nintendo would not be using the Tegra X1 chip as previously believed, and instead it will make use of a new custom NVIDIA processor, with the GPU supposedly based on Volta architecture. Despite this change, any serious performance improvements and any other extras like 4K support are not expected, and production is not believed to have started yet, meaning a release date anytime soon is unlikely at this point. And then again, in late August 2020, Taiwanese newspaper United Daily News reported that Nintendo could be set to launch a brand new Switch model this year in 2021. The report cited hardware manufacturers involved in the production of the current Switch models as its source, with the production of this rumored Nintendo Switch Pro console supposedly set to begin in Q4 2020. Obviously, we don't know if that's happened just yet, with the launch planned for Q1 of 2021. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that the article from this Taiwanese newspaper is likely wrong because Q1 is already here, and I don't think that we're going to be getting a Switch this quarter. I think it'll probably be the fiscal quarter 4, if not pushed back to 2022. Now, early versions of the article suggested that this console will benefit from improved interactivity and display quality, which I said before, the Nintendo Switch Pro will utilize DLSS as well as other super sampling methods that will 100% increase frames per second on most games that are on current gen Nintendo Switches, as well as the upgraded versions of those games with higher quality as well as higher frame rate in the Nintendo Switch Pro versions of the games. Now, given how little we've heard about a Nintendo Switch Pro and how many details were tied up with the Switch Lite, any guess at a date is pure speculation. There are plenty of rumors, with the analysts predicting a Switch Pro is coming this upcoming year in 2021, and now, as of less than 2 weeks ago, Bloomberg reported that production supposedly started recently in the last quarter of 2020, as I just stated. As for the cost of the Nintendo Switch Pro, there has been nothing confirmed as of yet. The handheld only Switch Lite is $100 cheaper than the $299 model, and it's not clear whether the Switch Pro is a replacement for the original or a premium version that will be sold alongside it. Games journalist Jeff Grubb tweeted speculation on August 25th, 2020, that the Switch has become so popular that the company could begin incrementally upgrading it like Apple iPhones instead of wiping out the console for a brand new design like it did moving from the Wii to the Wii U. If it replaces the 2017 Switch, this new console could adopt the $300 price tag that the console carries now, and also leading to a reduction of the cost of the regular Switch, but the upgraded console could be priced anywhere from $50 to $100 more to account for improved specs and features. All I gotta say, guys, is the Nintendo Switch Pro is happening, and I cannot be more excited about it. If you plan to be buying one and playing Breath of the Wild like it is on CMU, then let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Hit the like button, and I will talk to you on the next video.